fun along the way, making cute treats. And I made something that a lot of people really liked, those cake pops, and they got a lot of attention, and I enjoy making them, and I made lots of different kinds of them. So I had tons of them that I already made that I hadn't put out on the blog. And I knew in the back of my mind there were a lot of questions about them that I would probably try to do a book at some point. And I had some crazy notion that I'd do it myself.
Yeah.
And so I was actually approached by Chronicle to do the book. And I knew when they wanted to do a book, I knew what it would be about. It was going to have to be about cake pops because that's what I did the most of, and I had all the material. But it was never something that I saw for myself. Like, I never thought, I want to be an author and, submit proposals and things like that. It was just something that I wanted to do for the book, to answer really a lot of people's questions on how to make them, because they had been so great on my website.
Yeah.
They were so supportive and loved them so much and wanted to see more of them. But they also had tons and tons of questions, so I just pulled everything. I kept track of every question, pretty much people emailed me.
Yeah.
And so when I wrote it, I actually wrote it after I had almost all the pops made, except for a handful of designs. And so when I wrote out all the directions and the how-tos, I made sure to include all those questions so that people that wanted to make these could make them on their own and not have a difficult time with it.
Because it looks kind of intimidating, especially for a non-baker like me, but
it's not. It's really not.
Really,
they're really easy to do. You just gotta set aside enough time, and a lot of it is making sure you have the right ingredients, the right kind of candy coating, not just regular chocolate. It's harder to do, and just have fun with it. They're not. There's no right or wrong way to do the designs in the book. You can take these as inspiration and make your own creations and things like that. So it's just have fun with it. They're just rolled. It's cake and frosting, rolled, dipped in candy coating.
Yeah. I saw that.
If they get not as perfect as you.
You did the Super Bowl thing. I looked at that
Yeah.
and I was just so amazed with the amount of, the labor and time.
It was a lot of work. A friend of mine, Julie, and I did that together. It was really her.
Was that the most
idea.
challenging thing you did, or?
No, it was just time consuming. There wasn't anything, terribly difficult about it, because we had, the stands and the cake pops when it was a team effort. Her husband built that, so I mean, if I had to do that, that would have been challenging, but I didn't have to do that part. And so, made a bunch of treats and made it cute. She's really talented, and she had a vision, and we just worked it out on that. Dessert table was a lot of fun, and the most challenging thing I've done, difficult thing I've done are metaphors. Those kind of things, metaphors were kind of tough just to get the coding right on that, and homemade donuts I've had trouble with, but dough, I haven't worked a lot with doughs.
Okay.
So for me, I could probably use some more work there, but it's everything I like to try with the blog. I like to try most of the stuff I make. Each time I post something I've never made before, except for cake pops, of course. But I just like to try to make new things I've never made before, and move on to the next thing just to experience it. So.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you gracing San Francisco. We love your book.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I heard that you flew in all the way from LA for this.
I did. I was hoping to visit my boyfriend, and so when I heard that she was coming, I made him drive up here.
Oh, okay, wonderful. How long have you been following Bakerella?
About I think 6 months or so. I randomly found her blog, and I loved looking at all the pretty cake pops, and so I really wanted to try it out and see how it would turn out, and they turned out really well.
Have you tried some of the recipes?
I did. I really loved the Oreo truffles. I made it for Valentine's Day for my classmates, and they were really loving it. They finished all of them. I'm easily starstruck, so I think she's a star, and it's just nice to meet someone who you don't really know exists, but she's actually a real person. So that was pretty awesome.
What did you think of her when you met her?
She was very sweet. Very sweet. She tried to give me some advice on how to find certain things because I wasn't sure where to find the cake sticks
Yeah.
for the cake pops. So she told me any craft store. So I will definitely look for those.